Okay, I want to let you guys know I tried to film this thing 5 times. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go now and make sure that this is on airplane mode, so we ain't gotta worry about it. What's up, you guys? So today, if you guys didn't guess, I'm doing the what's on my iPhone challenge, and this one is actually more about what a graphic designer would have on his iPhone. Now this is a little bit more on the t-shirt design because that's what I am. I'm a t-shirt designer. I'm not really talking about t-shirt entrepreneurship right now because that's on my iPad. That's not really on my iPhone, but I do have some things that I kind of mix and put like here on my iPhone and on my iPad, so we'll be talking about those just a little bit. However, there won't be any internet connection, so whenever I actually click on the app, I'm probably just gonna talk about it just a little bit, probably bring you guys to some screenshots and some previously recorded stuff like that, just in case, so you guys know what I'm talking about and can get the gist of what I'm doing. Over here on my iPhone, this is the iPhone SE, and I actually have a camera case on this, so I have the camera case on it, which I'll be talking about sometime soon. I want to just show you guys what's actually on my iPhone. So here, when I scroll over, I have like a few different pages or whatnot. So on the left side, which is pretty much like the home side, I just have everything that I use, you know, so like weather, finances, notes, lifestyle stuff, you know, all that basic stuff that people would have on their iPhone. But then I have right here in the middle, which is pretty much nothing, which is pretty much where I do all of my t-shirt designing stuff from. So my business, my client inquiries, my posting inspirations, my motivations. And then on this far right side is pretty much just like, you know, everything else. So like my activity for my iWatch and White Castles. I don't even know what flow is. But let's just go back to this middle portion where I'm pretty much stationed with all of my t-shirt designing tools and stuff like that. So the first thing I want to mention to you guys is that I need organization when it comes to like my business stuff. So I have everything put in folders. These folders are pretty much customized to the way that I like my stuff, you know what I mean? So when I wake up, you know, the first thing I do is I check my stats for my YouTube and stuff like that. And then I check my stats for my business, and this is the stuff that I check my stats for, okay? And the reason why I need that organization is because I work for me, okay? Like I work for me. You know what I mean? I don't work for nobody else. I mean, I do work for YouTube if you want to say that, but I work for me, which means I need to have structure. Where you guys will clock in 9 to 5 and stuff like that, my clock in is from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, you know, and I need that type of structure that's going to keep me going in the right direction. So when I come to my cell phone, it's, you know, business, client inquiries, posting, and inspiration, and then motivation, which is pretty much every store out there that I like to shop at. I'm gonna go back here and I want to talk to you about my business stuff. So of course I have like AdSense, which is how YouTube pays me and stuff like that, and then Google Drive, and then PayPal for business, which is how I send out like my invoices and stuff like that to people who uses my services and all that. So like anytime somebody wants me to design something for them, I send like something to them from PayPal for business, which is basically just an invoicing app for me. And then my Spreadshirt stats, which is pretty much, you know, how I get money from Spreadshirt anytime I sell something from off of Spreadshirt. So I kind of like to check this a lot, which is really good, you know, because I like to see that type of stuff. And then Google Drive. Now a lot of people don't know what Google Drive is, which is kind of crazy because it's been around for a long time. But Google Drive is where I upload like all of my documents that I'm giving to like a client. So if a client hits me up and we're going through client relationships and stuff like that, I want to make sure that they can see the stuff that I'm developing, and when I deliver it to them, I'm giving it to them in a folder where they can go and download that stuff. So I use Google Drive a lot. I don't like to email it out, but I like to give them opportunity to see where I'm going and how the progress is going and stuff like that. So Google Drive is the best spot to do that. And the next folder is client inquiries, which is, you know, my Snapchat, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, and Twitter. You guys should follow me on all 3 of these. I can't really say all 4 of these because my Facebook is kind of like personally me. This is where like some of my friends hit me up and say, hey, I need like some designs, can you hook me up, you know, and I'll do it for them. But Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, they're all I Am Loyal. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, please. And then iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio is kind of like where I just listen to music, because sometimes I need stuff to be playing in the background so I'm not going insane about the stuff that I'm actually drawing and, you know, designing out. You know, sometimes drawing and designing actually gets on a designer's nerves, you know. Sometimes they want to be outside and just walking around and stuff. Sometimes inspiration and motivation is not always there. So with that being said, I go into inspirations, which is where I'm looking through like my Instagram, and then I'll repost stuff. I'll snapshot something and I'll repost it, and I'll just use repost sometimes just to give somebody a shout out, you know. So this is the reason why you guys should follow me on Instagram. If you're following me and you send me something on Instagram, I'm definitely gonna repost it and share it on my Instagram page, so definitely follow me there. Anytime I make something, sometimes I want to use a grid and I don't feel like designing a grid on Photoshop or Illustrator and stuff like that, so I'll just use layout and that'll pretty much create the grid for me, which is something that I think I need. You know, sometimes I don't want to just do it in Photoshop and Illustrator. I just want it to be done on my cell phone, which is pretty good for me. I get the high resolution images and I can just put it through this layout app, which is super cool. Now, I think I talked about this a few videos ago. I tell people this all the time. As a matter of fact, there's a challenge on my Instagram page now. I always put up something like bi-weekly, like another color scheme, and you guys can screenshot that and use that in your actual designs and stuff like that, because a lot of people don't know color theories and only match around like black and white images, you know. And I understand that, I get you. That's something that a self-taught person wouldn't understand right away, but they're gonna get it down the line. So having Adobe Capture is really good. You guys should definitely get that on your cell phone. With this app, you can walk outside, take a picture of whatever color scheme in real time, and you'll have another color scheme that you can use in your arsenal. Now, the color schemes that I post on my Instagram are challenges, and I want to see you guys put something together. So this is another reason why you guys should follow me, because I'm going to give you guys a shout out with that. So anytime you tag me in something that you created for my color challenge, you know, I'll put you guys in front of my videos. I'll even put you guys on my Instagram. So follow me on Instagram, definitely subscribe to me so I know who you are, and do the color challenge. Like, the color challenge is just gonna make you better, okay? Make you a better designer. You know, we burn ourselves out creatively all the time, so having motivation as a graphic designer is what you need sometimes. So I like to have like American Eagle on there, Vans, which is something I like to go to all the time. As a matter of fact, I have a Vans hat, I have Vans shoes, Vans t-shirts all over the place. You guys know I'm a Vans fan, okay? Express for men, you know. Sometimes you need something classy. They have cool t-shirts there too. I would like to say early 2000s urban, if you can say. Urban Outfitters, I love Urban Outfitters. This is where you find like some of those big names or whatnot. Urban Outfitters is pretty cool with that. Snaptee is pretty much a custom spot, almost like Spreadshirt, but you know, you can make your own stuff, and that's pretty cool. A lot of people post up on there. Supreme, I like to have Supreme out there. Supreme, everybody knows about Supreme, but they have nice artwork that you guys can capture. And then Hot Topic, okay? Because let's just keep it real, band t-shirts is the reason why graphic t-shirts even exist. Now I have Etsy and Pinterest here, and the reason why is because Etsy is where people upload a lot of their t-shirts to be sold, and I look at these crafted t-shirts and stuff like that, and I get the most inspiration from them. You could go through low-key all the time and find something from Etsy and think, wow, like, I could probably do something like this. People here on Etsy are really creative, and I feel like there's a lot of things that you guys can learn from just Etsy, just looking at Etsy, and you can find a whole lot of stuff. And then Pinterest is more like a mood board. So this doesn't make sense. Pinterest being a mood board, you're not gonna understand that right now. But as like we continue going on in my channel and stuff like that, and I start doing some of these big projects, which I think I kind of leaked it just a little bit, but I'm gonna be doing some big projects, and with those projects, you guys are gonna understand why mood boards are very important. So Pinterest is something that you guys definitely need on your actual phone if you're a t-shirt designer, or if you're just a graphic designer in general. Anything, Pinterest is where it's at, all right? Photography, motivation, a grid system that works, you need that. So Pinterest is where it's at. And with that final app, you guys, that's pretty much it as far as like what I have on my cell phone. So the next one that I'm gonna do is what's on my iPad, and it's everything about being a t-shirt entrepreneur. If I get 100 likes, I'll definitely do that one on my channel. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, because hey, I do this all the time. As a matter of fact, bail me so I know it's real. But with just looking at my iPhone and stuff, I just kind of remembered that I have to go do some projects. It was real fun showing you guys what was on my iPhone, and I definitely be talking about this case, but I have to go. So with that being said, stay amazing, stay creative, above all else, stay awesome.